All right, we've got head women's volleyball coach Korey Schroeder here, coming off another good weekend, I suppose. 2-0, winning against Pacific and St. Mary's, and then just today, Katie Ryan and Lucy Blashkova were WCC offensive for Katie, offensive player of the week, and Lucy was freshman player of the week. Just talk about performances from them this weekend and the team as a whole.
Yeah, that's actually news to me. So that's awesome to hear that. I knew they had a good shot at getting both of them. Katie is more than deserving with the numbers that she put up. Honestly, one of the best individual performances that I've witnessed in the last probably 10 years. So yeah, incredible job by Katie, really the entire team, and that's just kind of become our MO. We don't win in 3. We need to go 4 or 5 sets. We've got to be averaging the most sets played per match, close to in the entire country right now. But win is a win, and we find a way. Didn't start off great against Pacific in that first set, but we're able to rebound and won the next 3. And then St. Mary's, tough environment to play in that sense that it's a little bit more like Bowler. It's a smaller environment, and they didn't have a ton of people, but they were loud and filled that gym and really good energy on the other side of the court. So yeah, dropped the first 2, and to have the resilience and toughness to rebound and win in 5 is a really big deal, and both on the road against 2 really good opponents. So yeah, good week last week.
Maybe focusing a little more on Lucy. It seems like she's been able to just do a little bit of everything really well, and obviously rewarded this week with the freshman player of the week. Talk about her contributions to the team this year.
Yeah, it really goes back to even last fall, she contributed at a really high level, even though she redshirted. There was probably opportunities that she could have played last year, but having 5 middles, it just didn't quite make sense to put her in there. And obviously she competes, on the international level back in the Czech Republic. So she has a lot of high level playing experience, and then this spring kind of stepping up in a little bit more of a leadership role. We didn't have many people in practices on campus, so she kind of had to and helped with a lot of the recruiting process. So she's done whatever the team has needed, and that's kind of shown up this fall too. She's improved a lot at running behind the setter on her slides. That is not something that she's been entirely comfortable with in the past, but she's put a lot of work into it, and we're seeing that pay off a little bit. And then obviously she's just kind of has a knack for blocking. Maybe isn't as physical in people's faces as much, but she reads the game really well, does a great job of shaping her hands and forming the block, and gets some really good results from it.
And then Katie Ryan, a couple weekends ago, got her 1,000th kill for her career, and then obviously a great weekend this weekend, hitting well over 400. Is she just kind of settling in this season, or what maybe we've seen from her?
Yeah, she, I think, getting more comfortable with the demands that are put on her. She's taken a lot more swings this year than she was last year, and opponents know that she's gonna get the ball, and I think she's settling in and just becoming a little bit more comfortable with that. There was one point in the Pacific match that I challenged her a little bit more to be, every now and then you'll see like that really fiery, competitive Katie Ryan come out. Not that she's not always competitive, but that bent over, screaming yell in her celebration. And so she found that a little bit more this weekend too, which I think, starts giving energy to her teammates. They start playing better, start trusting her even more. Yeah, it's been fun to watch her progression this year as she becomes more and more dominant.
Still looking ahead now. Keep going in WCC play here. We've got Oregon State at home on Thursday at 7 p.m. What do you expect to see from them here?
It's gonna be a tough match. It's gonna be really tough. They've played a lot of good teams close. Their record does not, reflect what they're capable of. Just had a huge upset over San Francisco, who is undefeated in WCC play. Some couple of hitters that can go off. They did in that match, and they're going to keep getting better and better. A lot of new faces within that team, getting used to playing next to each other, the same as we are. So we know that they're going to keep getting better and better. And outside of us, probably the toughest serving team in the conference as well. So it'll be a good challenge for our passers, which have responded really well when they have been challenged this season. Yeah, excited to be playing the Pac-2 opponent. here in Bowler, and hopefully we get a good crowd to come out and watch.
And it doesn't get any easier on Saturday heading to San Diego, facing them for the second time this season. So you get to see them again.
Yeah, what a great home and away. You play at home, and then you fly to San Diego, where they're probably less than 24 hours, I think, and are back in Pullman afterwards. But I mean, it's gonna be tough. You're on the road, you're traveling the day before. They've seen us, and I'm sure are going to make some adjustments from when they played up here a couple of weeks ago. Definitely harder playing an opponent second time around, and us doing it on the road. It's gonna be a tough match, but we also kind of have that advantage, I guess, that we've seen them, and we'll make some adjustments because we played well, but we didn't play our best match against them, and so we know that we can do even more. But yeah, excited for the week, and then get to be at home again for a full week again, which hasn't happened much this season.
And home again this Thursday against Oregon State and Bowler at 7 p.m. Thanks, Coach.
All right, go Cougs.